Perhaps you can aid me in locating Hytham.
What is your purpose with him?
I have brought a sampling of goods from Ireland. That is, if I can bring my ships to dock.
Azar! I see you've met Eivor Wolfkist.
Ah, so you are Eivor. In fact, I bring you a message.
I know no one in Ireland.
The letter is from Dublin's king. Sadly, I seem to have misplaced it.
The King of Dublin.
He wishes to
Azar is from the east, but...
He claims...
I know no
But first...
Ah, yes. An unfortunate incident, most concerning. Trading rivals have blocked the river, and thus my goods.
A blocked river hurts all Ravensthorpe. Stay. I will put things right.
As you see, Eivor is a person of action. Find me later, when the river is safely clear.
Of course, my friend. I thank you, Eivor. I will find the king's letter in the meantime.
You keep insisting that I know an Irish king. What manner of king is it that sends me letters from Ireland?
Get the murdering heathen!
There's the blockade to be cleared.
Let's go, FBK!
Right, let's get back to the ship. Repair that. Eivors' trading rivals are defeated. The river's clear. About the so-called King of Dublin. Azar, the river's clear, save for a few bodies and sticks.
Your reputation comes honestly then, though
The scar on my... Thank you.
Then I am Oh, and...
My cousin Barid is alive. King of Dublin. The not near never failed to delight.
Eivor, are you prepared to go to Ireland?
Azar, you did not tell me the...
It was most...
I prefer...
He's eager to see you. Shall we set sail?
Yeah. I would like to see this land. And my cousin Barid.
Ireland, a patchwork of petty kings jostling for hills and pastures and green glens. My adopted Isle.
Azar, how is it that Barid, as north as ice, is king of Dublin?
Dublin is a Viking city, Eivor. But in fact, merchants and beggars come from all parts to parade in its muddy streets.
Odd to think of Barid as king of a city.
It perhaps sounds grander than it is. Ireland has many kings. They litter the countryside, and Barid's throne is not secure. Flann Sinna calls the tune.
Who's he?
Soon to be crowned High King of all Ireland. Flann distrusts Vikings, though he needs them.
Barid will find a way. As a boy, he wasn't much of a fighter, but somehow always came out all right.
I'm sure what you say is true. Certainly he is loved by his people. Your crew can find lodging here. Come, let us find Barid.
Eivor! Blood of my blood! Look at you! You have Aunt Rosta's cheekbones! And you, the 7-year-old lives in you still.
It has been a long stretch since we pelted old Ganfrid with apple cores.
He never forgave us that.
And Sigurd in the clan? How goes with all?
There's much to tell you.
Thank you for keeping my ports from being set ablaze in my absence.
My ports? Yes, old man. I can rule my city even without you here. Eivor, you arrive in good time. I'm hosting a feast in honor of my son, Sigfrid.
A 17-year-old son.
And rather a difficult boy at that. Come! There's much to show on the way to my castle.
A kingship.
Castle? It is a wooden...
Lead me to your...
Just look at her docks! Wee babe of a city, but the biggest port in all Ireland.
You cannot appreciate Irish air without enduring the stench of our docks.
It is upon the strength of this port I plan to secure my kingship.
Azar told me that your throne may not be entirely steady.
King Flann needs some persuading is all. Dublin's vast trade web will bring wealth to all Ireland. If Flann can be made to see that, my kingship and that of my children's children will be safe.
I cannot guarantee your throne, but a vast trading web is within my power.
No one else I'd trust my commerce to, old man.
You let him call you that?
I call him worse things.
Barid, my king! I still owe you a horn of ale.
This is where I leave you.
Don't miss the banquet.
I'll be there shortly.
Barid, my mighty king.
Aoife, this is my cousin, Eivor. Show him the bow I had you make for him.
This is for me? The craftsmanship is beautiful.
Me best work.
I just want to get a feel for how the bow handles.
That's sure.
Watch my arrows fly.
I certainly will. Go!
It's a very nice bow. Thank you, Barid.
Steps off the boat after...
Well done, cousin. Wait, is that a house of God?
Aye, Christ's own church. Ireland is mostly Christian now, and so is Dublin. Many Norse chew the wafer.
You make a place for them.
Them? I myself have a place in Christ's house, as I do in the house of Thor. So long as a god has my back, he has my altar. I've built this city up from rubble. 20 years ago, us Vikings were beaten. The Irish took revenge and sacked Dublin.
Azar told me that it's a Viking city.
Norse founded it, and I nursed it back to health. When I became king, I was king of a mud pit.
Og má blanda hann sjálf. Ván þess að ein knerra færi rauð eða græn. Mun ég líka eftir þræl.
There, up ahead, my home. My only regret is that my mother and my wife aren't here to greet you. They've gone on pilgrimage to the mountains just now. The waters there improve mother's health. I am left to discipline my wayward son.
And to host a banquet.
Which should be already underway.
Up, Barid, for dia!
Here we are. Please, go enjoy yourself. I must have a word with my son. Come meet him before the night's out.
Hey, you're Boris' cousin. Grand do, isn't it?
Gamla Galtasarit han serverki. Vetan, han bygger aldrig.
It's past time to put away.
What do you expect from me?
Hi. Enjoying yourself?
It's great crack.
I'm curious. How do you feel Barid has done as king?
Oh, he's done a lovely job, he has. More host than king, perhaps, but he's...
Can I ask, what is your life like in this city?
Well, there's a fair amount of work, isn't there? Hauling crates, shoveling muck. I'm a tanner myself. Long days stripping hide.
I can't. Enjoy the feast, friend.
You as well.
Azar, I was not sure if I would see you here.
Why is that?
I thought you'd rather take stock of your worth.
And you...
I know few people here, and of them, I know you are the one who is always...
I do have Siegfried's...
He shed.
mortifying for...
Thank you.
The example of a pack move.
Siegfried! I expect my son to act like the future king, not roll in the muck.
So Flan will take you on as his farting court jester.
Think with your head and not your arse.
That makes you the arse.
Enough! Eivor, my son, Siegfried. I'm sorry, I must clear my head. Could you speak to the boy?
I was looking forward to meeting my cousin's son.
So, you're the cousin who Da speaks so fondly of. Is the old fool reduced to importing Vikings now?
In Norway, you'd be knocked to the ground by now.
Come on then.
Fine.
You won't. I guess I owe you thanks for not beating me bloody.
I'm not here to quarrel with you, Siegfried.
Da speaks so highly of you. I wanted to...
Does anyone? You are unhappy with how your father rules.
Da has the makings of a fine king, but he chooses to play the unctuous merchant instead.
A visit to Norway might do a young Viking girl like you some good.
I'd love to go with Da. Maybe the homeland would kindle his warrior spirit. Give Dublin a fair and fearsome king.
I've lost track of your father. Any idea where
He wanted to clear his head.
Barid? I'll find him. Thank you.
Eivor! Teach me how to hit like that sometime.
Stop that! Have a look, Sunan. Barid. Why so uneasy?
When I'm upset or uncertain, I come here to seek my father's spirit.
I didn't.
Some years,
He sits
that winter, your family...
the plague year.
And what a...
In dead of night. Stars in the sky, moonlight on snow. And that's how I got that scar.
I do...
This? A caution from the gods about my vanity.
Come.
Do you see something?
My imagination run amok, but let us away. Funny how just the slightest noise sets a fellow on edge.
By Thor's hammer, Barid. I could sleep a week.
Not as spry as the old days, eh? When we'd search the night in hopes of catching a will-o'-the-wisp.
Did we catch one? I have a memory of catching one.
Boris McKeever, give yourself up!
What?
Max, grab him! Bind his hands!
Who are these men?
Damn you bastards! Pay for your sins! Done for now!
Ravens, guide me! Who were they?
My ascension to the throne has not been without contest. The previous king's son, Thorstein, is resentful.
You told me nothing of this.
You are my guest. I'm not going to burden you with petty concerns.
Petty concerns. I now know why you've been anxious all evening.
Aye, 'tis worrying. He's never been so bold before.
He sees you as a usurper to his throne.
Perhaps, but he doesn't seem to want to take it. He contents himself by stealing and smuggling with his band of ruffians. It's petty Viking raiding, but it puts me in a bad light with Flann. That's certain. Keep a sharp watch. Brigands rove the streets tonight.
You can be sure of me, my king.
Ágætlega.
What? You know I am always the last to leave a party. What is wrong?
We were ambushed by Thorstein's men. Rivals I was not made aware of.
Small wonder King Flann does not embrace you, Barid. You cannot keep...
Thorstein makes me look like more of an arse than I do on my own.
I see. It is the High King's disfavor that makes this shameful. My cousin, I will take care of Thorstein.
No, I do not want to drag you into this sorry mess. Perhaps you'll
For a week or two.
Eivor, this is not your fight.
For any and all of your god's sakes, Barid, let Eivor help you.
As of this moment, Barid, my arm is yours. Whatever is needed to bring Flann's smile upon you, I will do.
Eivor, I have never been so happy.
Your family saved mine those years ago. A fitting reply would be to secure your throne. I will start with Thorstein.
It happens that Siegfried may know something.
Sadly true. Seek him tomorrow in the marketplace. After a night...
We will begin... Barid said Siegfried would be at the marketplace. I need to learn about Thorstein.